Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, Hi, Sabrina and I are in Eaglewood teaching the Ask Your Guides workshop with our mom this weekend, and
We're having so much fun.
we're
already having so much fun. It's been amazing.
Yeah, yesterday I decided that I leased a car and I had to return my car. So I have no car. So we decided we need to go to Enterprise to get a new car to drive out here. But I didn't make a reservation.
Sonia just decided to roll up to the Enterprise and walk in. And as we were walking in, I was like, Sonia, did you rent a car? And she was like, oh no, I forgot to do that.
Fine.
So we just rolled up, and this is what happened. Sonia, tell them what happened.
First of all, they said we have no cars. And then I said, I think you have a car for me. My guides told me that you have a car for me. And then he looked at me and was like, well, we have one car.
We have one car.
It was a full-size, giant, red
pickup truck. It's a full-size pickup truck. It's not even like just a small pickup. This is a pickup that you could put 8 people in.
You could live in that. You could have a party in the back. I could put a sofa in the back seat and live in it forever.
So we've been rolling around the suburbs calling it that truck life.
Yeah, I named her Hot Tamale. And I have now, it's the new me. It's a new...
Sonia's coming out.
I'm coming out into the world with my new pickup truck. But, we're here having a wonderful time in Eaglewood with Hot Tamale and Mommy, who's taking a nap right now.
Yes.
But just in talking about getting in touch with our guides and our guidance, one of the first things that we really have to pay attention to is how open we are and how available we are to even receiving guidance, because as I've said in other videos, so often we want guidance, but we aren't able to even hear it or be available to it at all.
Yeah, it's like that we want and we start to ask for questions, and then we're like, no one's calling me, and it's like you're in a dark room by yourself, and you're not actually available for the phone call anyway.
So it's sort of starting of even connecting there. If how much of yourself do you allow in the world? How generous of heart and spirit are you?
Sonia and I were talking about this morning too, because a withholding heart is honestly the most painful thing to be on the receiving end. I don't know, recently I've had some experiences where I've been with people where they have been in a kind of shut down, lockdown ego state, or myself, and it's like getting into this painful tug of war with somebody, and you're just fighting with each other for who's going to win control and power. Because when you're not speaking with an open heart, it's a fight for who's going to have control.
Totally. And the thing about it is, even if we're not totally aware of it, you can feel it. Mm-hmm. It's sort of the way that I think about it is, if you're just I almost think the signature face move is like this.
It's actually in the jaw.
Yeah,
the locked out heart starts in the jaw.
Totally. You get a little a butthole mouth.
Yeah, your tight butt, your butt.
And you just
clenched. Everything is firmly in place, and you are contracted,
braced against,
and there's
the world.
No breath.
Yeah,
you
and
stop
there's
breathing.
No movement either. It's so incredibly frozen.
Yeah.
And the thing about having a withholding heart is, it's not only painful on this end of it, it's actually painful to be withholding.
Yeah.
I have been in so many different situations. I just know, even with Sabrina, I've gotten into a CC fight with her where we just thrown
I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. Yeah.
You a jerk. And then we're trying to make up with one another, and sometimes when I'm just not wanting to give it up, or give up that control or that experience, or be generous of spirit, and it might be, sometimes in those situations it's because my ego's you all right? You all right? But, when we're in that space, we feel it too. It's
totally.
And that always just doesn't feel good.
Yeah, so one of the things that I like to do when my heart gets a really contracted, or I'm being withholding, or I'm having tight butt syndrome, is to remember to breathe. Just to take a deep breath and exhale like I'm blowing out a birthday candle. And one of the tricks that our mom taught us growing up was to breathe in love and to breathe out fear. And to do that a few times through, like I breathe in love, I breathe out fear, I breathe in love, and something in my heart space, just even around my heart space, will start to soften with that intention of breathing in love and breathing out fear. Like I imagine when I'm breathing out that it's just like a puff of funky bad vibe energy going back out, and then like inhaling sweet baby unicorns in, it's like just exhaling the funky and inhaling the good. And that's a prayer that really works for me.
Yeah, and another thing is to just even, because I love that tool. It's such one of my favorites. But like another one is to even just like pay attention. So often we get so locked out of our bodies, especially when we're in that space, because we just get so locked down that even if we start to invite ourselves to start just feeling where we're at and giving that even a little bit more space. So even when we're in the resistance and we can feel the control, it's like if even just, how does my body feel? Am I all locked into my jaw? Are my shoulders all tense? Do I feel that resistance? And then even like Sabrina was saying, use that wonderful little breath to just start getting back grounded. The thing is we're naturally designed to be open-hearted, wonderful, joyous beings. I mean, if you ever hung out with a kid,
we want to connect.
Yeah.
We want to be friends.
Yeah.
Like, will you be my friend? Like, did you ever do that on the playground? Will you be my friend? It's like we don't stop wanting life to be friends with us just because we get older and it's awkward to ask somebody, do you want to be my friend?
Yeah, totally.
Do you want to be my friend? I want to be your friend.
I want to be your friend.
But that's the open heart. When we're little, we have an open heart. We really do. We feel it. We want people to connect with us, and we want to connect with people.
Yeah, and even just the other day, Sabrina and my mom came in from France, and we went and had dinner at this wonderful little deli called PQM, and there was just this little kid who just so wanted to be involved and just like was turned around in his like little chair
and he was just like, hello,
hi,
what's going on? And we were so open-hearted to him and wanted to play with him, but what was interesting is his mom was not having any of it. She was like, stop bothering them, like, don't. And it was just like the juxtaposition between this little open-hearted kid who was just like, let's all play.
Yeah.
And then like the mom that was like, no. So how that happens over time is we really lose touch with our spirits and our joy and our fun and our open hearts because we're naturally that way.
110%. So even when we're in that resistance and in that shutdown, if we start to just remember and connect back and even remember that that's how we're naturally designed to live, because so often it's just it's a protective mechanism. It's a way that we try and buffer ourselves against the world to try and shield ourselves from pain or hurt or try and be in control, because life,
for sure. God,
life can be scary.
I feel like for me too, when I get scared is when I'll really lock down my heart space and be like, I need to protect myself. This is a dangerous situation. This is a serious and very dangerous situation right now, and I need to lock this down. And then it's like,
get up the gates.
Get up, boop, 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 that heart space over. So just remembering to place my hand on my heart and sort of press and give myself a little bit of pressure and just say, it's okay to not be okay. That's a little mantra I use all the time. Or I love myself even if I feel scared or angry. Sort of that just gentle pressure of reassurance can help relax. Or sometimes I'll just literally like pull these muscles, because we it's like we think of it, it's like the heart space, but like you actually have a human beating heart that gets contracted and closed. There's an actual organ in there that goes like, eh. And so you can just like breathe into the space of your heart and like remember that no matter what you're going through in that moment, even if it's scary or intense or you're arguing, that you can relax.
Sad or anything, yeah. And that your body is a safe place. So often we get so disassociated from our physicality that we try and use these different techniques like shutting down our heart or being really controlling as a way to try and be safe in the world. But really it's sort of like, and I love Sabrina calls our bodies our meat suits, and I like love that. I think it's hilarious. It's very graphic, but
I'm a meat suit.
but But really, you know, but when we get back, this little suit that we had, I think it was like a space suit, like if you're out in space, it's suit. Like that is our place that we can connect and be safe and grounded. So if we can get back into that place and connect back to that heart and know that the heart connects.
Yes.
That's how you know. It connects you to people. It connects you to life.
Yesterday we were in the car on the way here, and Sonia was just so lovely chatting with our Uber driver and just chatting up with him, and I was like super jet lagged from coming from London, so I was like not having any of it. But I was like still being open-hearted, but I just didn't want to chat. And I got in the car with my sister and I was like, you are so lovely and kind and like warm to people. And she was like, I just want to love people's hearts open. And I was like, you were the most beautiful person I've ever met in my entire life. It was like so sweet. So like in the next day or two, like just take a page out of Sonia's book and go love someone's heart open and see what happens when you go into a situation with the intention to have an open heart. It can transform. This guy went from being like super hard, like Uber driver, like cranky, to being like, I love my mom. Literally was telling us about how much he loved his mom. We were like, we also love our mom.
We love our
mom as well. So it was like, it totally changed the complete dynamic of the situation just to go in with an open heart. Sonia completely loved this guy's heart open, and it was really powerful. So I love that anecdote. It was really good.
But yeah, just remembering that you have this wonderful superpower. And not only that it connects, but it's the way that we're naturally designed to live. And when you live in that space, you invite people in.
Yes.
Because that's where we really want to be.
Yay.
So that's a lunch break.
Yay, that's our lunch break. We're going to go back to work with Mommy.
Yeah, so we love you guys.
Mwah. Mwah. We love you from the bottom of our hearts.
All of it.
Loving you.
Love you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys. Thank you for tuning in.